everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making a vegan Wellington. I have never made any sort of a Wellington before in my life, so I was a little bit nervous to do this, but it is very easy. It comes together very quickly and it looks beautiful on the table. I paired it with a very easy sauce, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be great for the holidays to share with family and friends. The full recipe is on my blog. There'll be a link to that in the description box down below, as well as all the ingredients written out. With all that being said, let's get into this recipe. So I chopped up all my veggies. We have carrots, shallots, garlic, rosemary, and thyme. And then I have a can of chickpeas that I drained and rinsed. We are going to bring these over to our stove in a big pan. I'm going to add in some vegan butter. I'm using the one from Yoko's. Let that melt down, and then we're going to add everything in there. Just give this a little toss, and we're just going to cook everything up for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm going to put a lid on it so it helps it to steam and helps it to soften up quicker. I also have some cooked up lentils that I didn't film, so if you want to do that while you're doing this. And I'm just going to continuously check on them. We're going to add in some seasonings because we obviously want this to taste good. So we're adding in black pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic powder. You can go crazy with the seasonings, add as much flavor as you like. It's all up to you. And of course you can add in other vegetables if you like mushrooms, or you want to add in some greens, or whatever you want to put in here. So after about 10 minutes, we're going to take this off and we're going to put this all in a blender. We're not going to blend it to be completely smooth. We still want there to be texture, but we're going to give it a good blend. I didn't realize my blender was on the high setting, so we encounter a bit of a problem in a second. And I'm also going to add in some water just to help the blender. So as you can see, I kind of went a little crazy, but something like this, just so it's mostly broken down, but there's still some texture. In a bowl, we're going to prepare a flax egg. So this is just flaxseed meal and water, very simple to make, just to really help bind everything together. Gonna let that thicken up, and then we're going to add in our stuff. So I'm going to add in the blended up carrot chickpea mixture. So as you can see, there's still some texture to everything because we don't want this to be like mush. And then I'm adding in all my cooked lentils, and I also added salt to the lentils so they also have flavor. And we're just going to mix this up. So like I said, you can add in anything you want to this. It really is customizable. I'm giving it a little taste, and I'm just going to add in a little more garlic powder and a little bit more salt because I just felt like it needed it. Oh, and I added in more onion powder too. Of course, taste this, adjust the seasonings, add in what you like. So now we are going to take some cling wrap, and we are just going to dump out our filling. I know this is gonna look a little bit gross. It was not the most appealing looking food. And we are just going to shape this into a log, and the cling wrap is going to help us to give it like a nice tight shape. So I'm just using my spatula to make an initial shape here. And then we're just going to start to roll it up with the cling wrap, and this is just going to really help us to get a nice super tight cylinder shape, because in a Wellington it's kind of like perfectly circular almost. So yeah, just rolling this up. So once you've rolled it up, we're going to place this in the fridge to firm up for about 20 minutes. This is the puff pastry I'm using. This one is accidentally vegan, so just definitely be sure to check your puff pastry ingredients and make sure, because a lot of them do have butter. I'm going to use a rolling pin and just roll everything out a little bit, just to help give some more space. Then I'm going to take my log of filling and we're just going to roll that up in the puff pastry. But as you can see, this really is very easy, and the puff pastry is very easy to work with. You just have to thaw it before you use it. We're going to fold in the sides. So I just kind of did this like as if I were wrapping a present or something. And then I have a little bit of water on my hands, and I am just kind of wiping the water on there so that everything sticks together. Once it's all done, it kind of looks like a burrito. I'm gonna wipe it down with some non-dairy milk mixed with turmeric, just to help give it a super golden color. And now we're gonna add some fanciness to this Wellington. I decided to go with a kind of like a diamond shape on top. You can do whatever you want. I've seen people put lattices on top, people put shapes. It's really easy to just kind of like make a design on top, and it just looks extra pretty. We're gonna bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes until it's a beautiful golden brown. I mean, how good does that look? While it is baking, let's make an easy sauce. We're gonna add in some fresh thyme to a pot and just like pull the stem down, and then the little leaves will come off. We're gonna add in vegetable broth. This is a really dark veggie broth. And then I mix some cornstarch with veggie broth because it's gonna help to thicken it, but it just kind of helps to not clump up when it's in there. And then we're gonna add in some seasonings, and this is just like a really, really easy sauce, and it went really well with the Wellington. And you're just gonna cook this on a high heat, give it a whisk until it starts to thicken up. Add in a little bit of maple syrup for sweetness. It doesn't taste like sweet, but it just has that little extra sweetness, and a little extra salt because I felt it needed it. I used a low veggie sodium broth, so it has like no salt in there. And once the Wellington is all done, it's gonna look like this. And how damn gorgeous does this look? I just think on a holiday table with some veggies in there and everything, it's gonna look beautiful. So I plated it up, or well, I styled it, whatever, with rosemary and fresh thyme and just everything, and it looks so gorgeous. And like I said, it's very easy to work with the puff pastry, as you can see, and it comes out beautiful every time. I took so many beauty shots of this thing because I thought it looked so gorgeous. And now let's give a good cut and get a nice slice of it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go, some inside action. It is definitely a hearty holiday dish, and it's really good. And I like that it was made with the lentils and the chickpeas. And I know the puff pastry isn't the healthiest thing in the world, but I just feel a little bit better about eating just like lentils and chickpeas. And it looks so beautiful and golden brown. And yeah, I paired it up with some actually cooked Brussels sprouts. I have a video on how I cook my Brussels sprouts, and like I think this would be great with mashed potatoes. Drizzled my sauce on top, and we can just take a bite and try some. So good. Alright guys, and that was our vegan Wellington. What did you think? Are you gonna try it? Do you think you'd make it for your family for the holidays? If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel out, and I would love to get to 20K by the end of 2019. If you haven't seen my other holiday videos so far, I will put them in the description box, and I have tons of other holiday video recipes from the previous 2 years. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday with another video. Bye!